How's it going out there, everyone? W.F.S, your doctor here today. And last week, I posted a video about a Star Trek, Doctor Who crossover happening, or rather a convention that was happening at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, this week. And it was supposed to be like a friendship between the two universes of Star Trek and Doctor Who to share good alliance, good friendships, basically, telling everybody, hey, we both have the same ideas about what science fiction should be, how we can all get along, equality. And it was a interview with Alec Kurtzman and Russell T. Davies that got me a little concerned here. I mean, they were meeting up in San Diego for this Star Trek, Doctor Who universe convention, and I got a little concerned. I posted a video, as I said, right here. Please don't make it so. I mean, I really did not think that this would be a good idea, and I posted a video voicing my concerns. While I was happy for the idea of Star Trek and Doctor Who having a convention together, hey, we all have the same idea about friendship and camaraderie. I get all that. But what was scaring me was Kurtzman and Davies coming together and saying, you know what, maybe we could make this into something. Maybe we could do a crossover or something. Well, I hate to say I told you so, but...
I told you, I know. I told you, I know.
Well, the article right here, it comes from Screen Rant. Star Trek's best Doctor Who crossover is Strange New Worlds. Russell T. Davies wants a Star Trek Doctor Who crossover with a prefer for Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Hailing frequencies open. No, they're not. They are closed, completely closed to this idea. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is a terrible idea. Doctor Who showrunner recently, Russell T. Davies, reiterated his desire to cross over with Star Trek, something he initially considered for one of David Tennant's final specials in 2009. Hell no. Why in the world is this such a good idea? And think about this, people. Number one, Russell T. Davies, is responsible for the death spiral of Doctor Who. First of all, I'm a bit confused here. Are we on the 15th season of Doctor Who, or are we on the soft-booted reboot season 1 of Doctor Who? And if it is a season 1, if it's rebooting it softly, season 1, then why all the references to seasons past? Makes no sense, because if it's a reboot, that means you're starting over, and you can't start over if you're constantly reliving the past. Star Trek Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds did a great job of a crossover, a blend. I thought it was a very good episode. Those old scientists, and I said this in my previous video, was very good. I'm not really that big of a fan of the humor that comes out of Lower Decks, but when it comes to this merger of animation into the real world, I think the show, this episode, Those Old Scientists, was brilliant. But now we're talking about merging Doctor Who into Star Trek. Not a good idea. If you don't believe me that this is a bad idea, look at the audience score for Doctor Who Season 1 with Ncuti Gatwa. 27%. This show has been rejected left and right. Not to mention the fact you have the cast telling its fans to go touch grass because you don't like the agenda that we are promoting here. And most of us don't like this agenda. Now compare that to the audience score we get from Strange New Worlds. An 80% approval rating. An 80% approval rating on Strange New Worlds versus the 27% from Doctor Who. This is a bad idea. It should not happen. Think about it like this. Russell T. Davies, the BBC, got Disney to partner with them on Doctor Who. Russell T. Davies and Doctor Who are tanking. No one wants this season. Look at what Disney has given us. Everything that they have done with Star Wars is tanking. Disney partnering with BBC and Russell T Davies would be the only way that Star Trek and Paramount would come together, because they would need the permission of both of them to get this going. And right off the bat, we have a train wreck, Doctor Who, a train wreck, Star Wars. Both are almost corpses, while Star Trek is hanging in there. The best thing that happened to Star Trek was the end of Discovery. Now, I know a lot of people out there are not big fans of Strange New Worlds. They think it's a violation of canon, and they have bent the rules on a lot of areas in this show. But at the same time, it's a lot better than what we got from Discovery and the first 2 seasons of Picard. Season 3 of Picard has taught them what they should be listening to, the fans, which is something that Doctor Who and Star Wars refuse to do. In fact, Alec Kurtzman even came out and acknowledged that this next season is going to be more fan-driven. There's not going to be a lot of it, but there is going to be more of it. They're going to try to respect the fans more. Only time will tell if that's true, and I pray to God it is. Strange New Worlds seems to be heading down the right path. It's correcting itself, at least I feel that way. Russell T Davies and Disney are on a path of destruction, and all that would mean for Star Trek is they would start spiraling back down that path that we don't want. Star Trek is the last franchise, science fiction franchise alive right now that has any chance of redeeming itself. The other two, Doctor Who and Star Wars, as far as I'm concerned, are dead. They've been ruined by these showrunners and political agendas. I know some people out there disagree with that assessment, but it is the truth. Is this truly a villain you want to appear on the bridge of the Enterprise? The Maestro? I think the best thing for us to do right now is to send a clear message to Paramount, Disney, BBC, and especially Russell T Davies. Especially Russell T Davies. We need to send a clear message that your version of Doctor Who is not welcome on Star Trek. We're back on track. We're getting things right with our ship. Yours is sinking. Stay away from us. In fact, I think maybe a petition may be in order. Sending a letter off to Disney, Paramount, BBC. No to the Doctor Who Star Trek crossover. Well, I've shared my thoughts, my comments, but I would love to hear yours, my friends. Tell me what you think about all this. Until the next time, God bless and be safe out there.